Good morning, both.
Good morning, sir.
Any questions like last sessions? Hope you
No,
understand
sir.
in an ERP. How does it works? How many types of systems, centralized and decentralized systems?
Yes, sir.
Give me a second. Give me a second. Okay. So good to go. So if you don't have any questions, then we will go ahead. Okay. So here, see, here, as I said that, which year the SAP was introduced in the market?
1972.
1972. We know that. Who were how many people have introduced this SAP?
5 members.
5 members. So as we discussed, so they were employees of IBM, and IBM took a project. IBM took a project called payroll and accounting. Payroll and accounting, this one project, and IBM was not able to continue that particular project. And the people who are working, five IBM employees who were working hard in that particular project, were the IBM withdrawn that particular project. But those five people came out from IBM and they continued this particular project, payroll and accounting. Okay. And who is the client? Who was the customer? Imperial Chemical Industries was the customer, which is based out of Germany. Okay. So in the year 72, they came up with R1 technology, R1 environment. Okay. R1. R stands for real time. 1 stands for 1 tier. Okay. Or 1 layer. R1 stands for, R means in R1. R1. R means real time. Real time in the sense, for example, what exactly real time means? See, for example, if you want to check your bank balance, what you will do? What you will do? If you want to check your bank balance, what you will do? Quick. You have a bank account, for example, and you want to check your current bank balance. So how you will check?
Any like Phone Pay or Google Pay
Google Pay
and
or
search
net
our
banking, correct? So do
yes,
you
sir.
get a real information immediately as on now, whatever time it is, Indian time 8:39. So Indian time is 8:39. So if I check in Phone Pay balance, check balance, then as of now at 8:39 of 11th March, whatever is my balance, am I going to get accurate or not?
Yes, sir. We can
Correct?
get it.
So that is called a real time. Means real time. What is happening right now? If you are getting that information, then that is considered as an real time. Earlier, before 2000 or before 95. So we never used to get the real time information. Real time information in the sense only after, see, for example, earlier we don't have a media, social media. We don't have a internet connections. We don't have many news channels before 2000. Clear? Or 95, before 95. So we need to wait for a newspaper. In early olden days, we need to wait for a newspaper to get an update or radio. Even that is also a limited media. So when we used to get, means print media need to print the news, and after that in the early morning we used to receive that information. So is that a real time information we used to get, or the backdated information we used to get?
Backdated.
Backdated. That is not considered as a real time. That is not considered as in real time. Real time in the sense as on today, as on this particular time, what's happening, that is called a real time. So before SAP is introduced, there was no system called a real time concept in across globe. Hope you got my point. Before invention of SAP, there was no real-time information. Old dated information we used to get. Post-mortem information we used to get, but not any real-time information. Is that clear? So here what happens is they came up with the first environment. Just remember, it's very important. So R1, they came up with R1 system. R1 system. Here R stands for real time. R stands for real time. And 1 stands for single tier or single layer system. What do you mean by single tier or a single layer system? Okay, so the system is divided into 3 parts. Your computer, your mobile phone, or your laptop, your desktop, whatever, your laptop is divided into 3 different types. One is database layer. I'll write it as we have database layer, means where data stores. For example, your hard disk. Hope you know that. Correct? Database layer, application layer, that is nothing but your random access memory, RAM memory, right? Next one, presentation layer. So what do you mean by presentation layer? Your screen, monitor. Understood? So in any system, if you take your mobile phone, your laptop, your desktop, or whatever, we have 3 different systems. One is layers, 3 different layers. One layer, we call it as a database layer. Okay. And one layer, we call it as a application layer, where the data will be processed. And we have one more layer called presentation layer. Clear, everyone? Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so here database layer. So earlier, in 1972, the 3 layers are at one place. We don't have an internet connection. We don't have internet connection at that particular time. We don't have a LAN network or wide area network or metro area network. We don't have. So for example, as I said, same thing. So for example, you have your own desktop or laptop with you. You people are very far from my place. And in your laptop or desktop, okay, you have your own resume. Your resume is there in your system. You have prepared your resume, but you don't have an internet and I don't have an internet. We don't have internet. Okay, and you people are staying far away from my place. You people are staying far away from my place. Okay, so you prepared your resume and you saved in your hard disk. Okay, if I want to view your resume, so how you will send it to me? We don't have an email thing. We don't have a network. We don't have a screen sharing option or anything. So what I have to do? How can I view your resume or any other document if I want to view? How I can view? Yes. What is the solution for this? You understood my point?
Yes, sir.
So what is the solution? How can I view?
Hard copy wala చూస్తే.
Hard copy in the sense, see, I don't have a printout option also. If you take a printout also, if you need to send it to me, right? But I want to view right now. What I have to do? Or what you people have to do? Yes, Priyanka. 2 things. What are the 2 things? Either I need to come to your place and I can view, or You people need to come to my place. Correct? Apart from this, is there any other option?
No, sir.
No, right? So here, what do you mean by that? What do you mean by this? So 3 layers are at one place. Means one system, it is having hard disk in one system, RAM application layer is also one system, and presentation. All 3 layers are in one system. If you go there, then definitely you can get the real-time information. But to get that, what we need to do, we need to travel. Understood? So this is called R1 environment. R1. R1 system. Clear? What do you mean by R1 system? R stands for real time. 1 stands for one tier or one layer. Means all the layers, whatever tiers we are talking, all are at one place. Means in one system, we will have a database layer. One system, we will have an application layer. In the same system, we will have a presentation layer. So if a presentation layer is nothing but your monitor. So to view that, what I have to do, you can't transfer to one place to another place. So earlier, that is the reason whenever we want to check our bank balances. So earlier days, what they used to do, they used to go to bank and they used to give their passbook and they used to get the printout of passbook. Still, majority people are doing that. The people who are not using this, then only they will come to know what is their bank balance. Why? Why they are not able to get online? Because they don't have that online facility. The people who are old. Okay, what they are doing, they are taking their passbook, okay, and they are going to bank and they are giving to accountant for the print purpose, and they are checking what is the balance or what is the total as on day, what is the status of their bank transactions. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So here the data is stored in bank database. The application is also there with the bank only, and the monitor or whatever a presentation layer is also with bank only. So this is a very disadvantage. Even this is in 1972, they came up with this particular environment. 1972, they came up with R1 system. Okay, and SAP was not popular. SAP was not popular. It's a failure version. And here one more disadvantage is it is developed in one language. Only one language it is developed. That is in German. Okay, and it is useful for one country. That is Germany. The starting SAP was developed in only one language, that is called German language. And it is useful for the companies who are situated in country called Germany. That is the reason the first SAP product or SAP application was absolutely a failure one. Why? It is developed in one-tier architecture and it is developed for only one language and it is useful for only one country. Is that clear? Any questions on this? R1 system.
Clear, sir.
Okay. And in the year 1980-81, SAP came up with one more tier called R2. R2 system. What do you mean R2? Same. R is not changed here. What is R? R is nothing but real time, but two-tier architecture. R is nothing but real time. R stands for real time and 2 stands for two tier or two layers or two layers. Understood? So I'll go here. See here. R2 system. R stands for real time and 2 stands for two-tier system. So here they came up with, I'll tell you what is the two-tier here. So they earlier, what is the disadvantage? Which language it was there?
German.
Only Germany, but they have developed with, and one country, one currency. They here, sorry, only for one currency it is useful. That is German euro. One currency. That is German euro. Okay, it will take transactions only on euro and it is useful for only Germany, and it supports only one language called German language. Understood? So if you are belongs to French or any other country, sorry, any other language you are using, okay, then it is not suitable. This application is not suitable. SAP is not suitable. If your country, you are using English, right? It is not suitable. Right? Here it is not, it used to not considered as a global software. Locals, it used to consider as a local software. So, and in R2 environment, SAP becomes a global software. How global software? In the sense, they came up with multiple languages, multiple currencies, and multiple countries. Multiple countries. Understood? R1, R stands for real time. Okay, so this is came up in the year 1980 or 81. I have mentioned here. Okay. So you can write it out. R2 system was introduced in the year 1980. 1980. So here what happened is, in R2 system, what happened is, okay, so what are the three different layers we have? What are the three different layers we have?
Database,
application,
presentation.
presentation layer, correct? So here what happened is, in R2 environment, okay, database layer, and presentation layer are at one place, okay, and application layer is at one place. Application layer is at one place. Okay, I'll show you in the diagram. See here. This is R1 system. All database layer, application layer, and your presentation layer is at one place. Okay. So here what happens is, in two-tier architecture, okay, sorry, presentation layers are separated from, sorry, here this is, I mentioned incorrectly. Presentation layer is separated from database layer and application layer. Understood? Database layer, presentation layer is nothing but your monitors are separated. Means, for example, we have, for example, anyone knows internet centers, internet cafes?
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes, sir.
In internet, what they will do, they will have 10 to 20 systems. Correct? 10 to 20 systems. 10 to 20 systems they will have in the net cafe. So in that 10 to 20 systems, what they will make is, they will make one system as a main system, one system as main system. Okay. Okay. Main is nothing but your server. We call it as a server. All the space and everything, hard disk and everything will be stored under this particular system. That is called, we call it as a server. And another 19 systems, okay, will depend on the server. the main system will depend on the main server. Means if it is closed, this will be closed. If it is working, then it will work. So this we call our clients. This we call our clients. Understood? One main server, and these server will be connected through LAN. These server, client and server will be connected with LAN. You know that, what do you mean by LAN? Local area network, right? LAN, WAN, wide. If it is within a one place, within a room or within a same area, then we can connect through local area network. For example, if it is here, my house, and there is another house beside. Okay, if I want to connect to both the systems, I'm having 10 system in my home, and my neighbor home, there are another 10 system. If I want to connect them, okay, then I need to connect with wide area network. Okay, and within Hyderabad, for example, I'm staying in some Banjara Hills, and some other person is staying in some other location. For example, within Hyderabad, then if I want to connect different regions, different places, then there is a connection called MAN, Metro Area Network. Metro Area Network. So that is the reason we call it as a metro. What do you mean metro? That particular train will travel within the city of Hyderabad limits only. So that is the reason we call it as a metro. Clear? So that is called metro area network. So this client and server will be connected through LAN, WAN or MAN. But here, what happens here? So application database layer and application layer at one place. And only the presentation layer, nothing but your monitors, will be separated. How many systems are connected here for one server? How many systems are connected for one server?
19 systems.
19 systems. So for example, in 19 systems, the users are using I'm taking A, B, C. For example, out of 19 system, I'm taking 3. So these 3 people, the 3 users are requesting information or data from database. So here A is also asking same information, B is also asking same information, C is also asking same information, right? For example, now you people have a mobile and I am having a mobile. I want some information. So what same information you also want. So what we will do, we will open the Google browser and we will search, we will type our query and we will press enter. So what happens? At a time, we both will get the same information, right?
Yes,
Yes
sir.
or no? At a time, or it will take time? First do I get and after that you will get?
At a time.
At a time, we are getting at a time. But in the before 90, that was not there. Means there is a time sharing concept. Time sharing concept in the sense, say how many systems are there? 19 systems. For example, I'm taking exam. So first 1 minute will be given to system A. Second 1 minute will be given to system B. Third minute will be given to system C. Next minute will be given to another system. So probably, whether you remember it or not, whenever universities are used to declare the results, so immediately we won't get it. We need to wait. If we give our hall ticket numbers or whatever it is, so it used to take little time, 5 minutes or 10 minutes or something like that. You remember that? Or sometimes it used to show it as a server is busy. Till now we are facing some issues for some other systems, but do you remember that?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Server busy, server busy. Why? Server busy in the sense they are using client server concept. Means your system will have some time, other system will have another time, third system will have another time. For example, first minute will be given to whom? Which system they have given? First minute, system A. And second minute?
System B.
Third minute?
System C.
System.
So for example, system C has given the query first, but it has to wait for its time. server will wait. First question need to be come from whom? System A. Second question need to come from system B. And third question need to come from system. Even though C is given the query first, but it has to wait for turnaround time. It's turnaround time. Is that clear? Any questions? R2 environment, there is a lack of time. It is used to take a lot of time. If you are giving a query and to get the information, it used to take time because of this client server concept, time sharing ratio concept. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, in the year 90, after 1990, SAP came up with the most powerful technique, R3. So in R3, same. R3, they have separated what from 2 or 3 tiers? Which tier they have separated into R2?
Presentation layer is separated.
Presentation. So in R3 environment, R stands for same, real time. Okay. 3 stands for 3 tier. 3 tier. Okay. So what does it mean in 3 tier? In the sense, what they made is they have separated 3 layers. Okay. They have separated database layer. Okay. They have separated application layer. Next one, they have separated presentation layer. Clear? They have separated database layer. They have separated application layer. They have separated presentation layer. For example, now your mobile phone. Your mobile phone is having with you people, either Android or Apple or whatever it is. Whether you are using iOS or what we call Android, what is the software we use? Android only, right? Sorry. This is iOS. Apple uses iOS software and other Samsung and other technologies use Android software. So here what happens? What happens is there is an application layer will be there in every system, every mobile phone, your mobile phone. So if you want to download something, if you want to once you purchase, so what you will do, for example, when I purchase my mobile phone, what I'll do, I want to download what? WhatsApp, for example. Correct? Every mobile phone will have a WhatsApp.
Yes, sir.
Correct? So what we will do, we will do any system, any mobile is comes with a default WhatsApp application,
No, sir.
or we need to download.
We need to download.
We need to download. How you will download? How
Play
will you
Store.
download?
Play Store.
Play Store, correct? So this Play Store, whatever we are calling, so Play Store is nothing but your application layer or App Store. iOS use App Store. So your Play Store and App Store, this is nothing but your RAM. You know that, right? 2 GB RAM, 4 GB RAM, okay, 16 GB RAM, 32 GB RAM, 60. As per your RAM capacity, RAM speed, the system, your download speed will also increases. Correct? So Play Store is nothing but your RAM, right? This is called your application layer. So does in Play Store, in the Play Store, the WhatsApp application will be there? No. Play Store will also go to the database layer where WhatsApp is there. So the WhatsApp data, WhatsApp and all the apps will be stored in a different locations, right? Your Play Store will go that database and it will check there and it will retrieve for you and it will download in your system. So that is the reason it will take 1 minute or 2 minutes time. Correct? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
How many people at a time can download the WhatsApp now? If you are downloading WhatsApp and I am also downloading the WhatsApp, right? System will show any error.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Any number of people can download at a time. Any application, correct?
Yes, sir.
So
Yes, sir.
that is called R3 environment. What is R3 environment? R3 environment, what they did is in 3-tier configuration, they have separated presentation layers, they have separated application layer, and they have separated database layer. Database layer will be at one place, application layers are at one place, and presentation layers are at one place. Clear? So that is called internet. Whatever internet should be there. If you don't have internet, can you download WhatsApp?
No, sir.
No,
Not
sir.
possible, right? So internet is a mediator whom it will connect your database layer to application layer and application layer to presentation layer. Fine. What is your application layer for your mobile? Whatever Play Store and App Store you are calling. Right? Presentation layer is nothing but your screen, your monitor, mobile phone monitor. Database is nothing but where all the applications are stored. Understood? So normally what happens is any client server technology. So here our clients are there. Clients in the sense they are staying in India, they are staying in Pakistan, they are staying in Bangladesh or whatever countries. So each client across the globe, we will have few application layers. So the data will be divided from application layer only, but the database layer is common. Okay, for example, database layer is there in what we call Singapore or Japan. Okay, and application layers are there. India have one application layer, right? US is having one application layer. Europe is having one application layer, and next one Australia is having one application layer. Okay, so these application layers and the clients are working from different in India, different location, Hyderabad, Bangalore, right? Same thing in Australia, they are sitting in one place, US, they are sitting in one place, right? So all will be connected at the end to database layer. That all the application layers will retrieve the data from database, okay, and give provide it to clients. Clear? And one more, where is our database layer now? Where is our database layer? What is the example I took? It is in Japan, correct? But same time, there will be a duplicate database, means backup database server will be maintained. Backup database server will also maintained in another country. Because if I'm keeping in Japan, if any natural calamities are taken place, then if Japan is, you know that Japan will have a lot of earthquakes and other tsunamis and all. So with that, we may lose our complete data. If we are losing complete data, in the sense our companies or our businesses has to be shut it down. So to overcome that difficulty, what the modern systems will do is they will keep one more database separately as a backup database. So if they are keeping the main database in Japan, then they are going to make it in China or Singapore or any other country, the backup database. So even the main database have a problem, then they can retrieve the data from backup databases. If backup database is got collapsed, then they can give another backup database they can create, because however the main database is perfect. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is called R1, R2, R3 environments. Fine. Any questions?
No, sir.
Okay, and we will see now what are the different versions we have as per SAP. As I said, same thing. See, SAP versions and history. You need not to remember, but what is the current version? You need to remember, that is enough. Okay. SAP versions and history. One second. Okay. So as I said, that R1, first version was released by SAP was R1 system in 1972. Okay. And do you need to remember the data? It's not required for you, but it is well and good if you remember. That's it. Next one. In the year 1979, they came up with 1979 and 80. They came up with R2 environment. You know what do you mean by R and what do you mean by 2. Next, in the year 1990s, they came up with R3 environment. We call it as an enterprise edition. Okay, the version was 4.08. Okay, and it was useful only the firms which are using businesses. Only it is restricted to accounting and payroll, not for all the departments. It is useful for accounting and payroll department. Understood? So if I am having a procurement, means buying and selling, then I can't use SAP in 1992. Clear? Till 2003, we don't have. So till 2003, SAP is useful for only accounting and payroll. If any HR wants to use SAP, then we can't use to do it. Okay. But in 2004, SAP came up with a new version called ECC. Okay, ECC in the year 2004. Okay, that is called ERP. E stands for ECC. In ECC, E stands for ERP, Central Component. Understood? What do you mean ECC? ECC stands for E is nothing but ERP. C stands for Central. C stands for Component. And the version was 5.0 version. Which year they have released? 2004. Clear? So they came up with not only one department, they came up with number of departments. Earlier it is useful for only accounting and payroll. And after that, they came up with 36 different applications, 36 different departments it is useful. What are the departments? Accounting, finance, right? Purchasing department, sales department, right? Manufacturing department, HR department, right? Storage department, that is nothing but warehouse. So everywhere we can use SAP. They came up with in the year 2004. And the popularity taken place of SAP from this particular version onwards. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And here, in the year 2005, very next year, SAP came up with enhancement package, ECC 6. Earlier it was ECC 5, and now they came up with ECC 6. ECC 6. So what is ECC? Same. There is no change in ECC. They came up with 6, but see, they are posting the data. They are posting the transactions. They are posting the transactions. In SAP, we are posting the transactions. Means, and whatever transactions, in the sense, you are entering some data. You are entering some data in SAP. Somewhere it needs to store, right? Somewhere it needs to store, right?
Yes, sir.
If I am not storing it, what happens? Today I have done some data, I have entered some data in the system, right? But I'm not saving it. What happens if I come tomorrow? See, you have prepared some 1,000 papers or 1,000 pages of document, Word document, and you don't have a hard disk space. So, and you have closed the application today, Word document, you have closed 1,000 pages, you have typed. Okay, some notes, material you have prepared. So tomorrow you came back and you switched on your system. So what happens? Will it be there?
No, sir.
No,
So what
sir.
you have to do again?
Not that.
What we have to do again? We need to again
Rewrite.
we need to retype, because there is no save. We don't have a hard disk in our system, or we don't have a space in our hard disk. So again, I need to. So compulsory, whatever data we are entering, that has to be stored, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So till 2013, SAP didn't had its own database in the sense where data is saved. What do you mean by database? Database is nothing but where the data is stored. Understood? So here till 2013, SAP is not having its own database. It need to depend on third-party databases. Means, for example, you have a business. You have your own business. But okay, business in the sense cloth store or something you had. Okay. And where you will run that business? In a store or home or something else, right? Where you will show your stock, and you don't have your own building. So what you will do? What you will
Rent away.
you will take a rent, correct? To run your business, you need to take a rent. In the same way, what SAP has done is SAP didn't have its own database. So it took database, third-party databases. Means it took rent of third-party databases. What are the third-party databases? That is nothing but Oracle database, Microsoft database, Windows database, DBase database, like that. Right? So they need to store on different databases till 2005, till 2013. From 1972 to till 2013, SAP didn't have its own database. Means it doesn't have its own home or its own whatever office in the sense data office. So they need to store in third-party databases, that is Oracle or DBase or data Microsoft, Windows. Clear? So that is called EHP6, ECC EHP6. Enhancement package. Nothing but enhancement package is nothing but additional features will be added to every version. Okay. So in the year 2000, in the year 2013, SAP came up with its own database. In 2013, SAP came up with own database that is called HANA database. HANA means high analytical applications, high performance analytical applications. HANA stands for high performance analytical application database. It is more powerful than any other database across the globe. More and more powerful database as on today. Till 2060, this is the only database is going to be more powerful. So that is the reason market was very much higher when compared to other softwares. Understood? So that version, when they came up in the year 2013, they have given name as EHP7, EHP7. So when they have released this own database, 6th August 2013. Understood?
Yes.
How many modules were there? How many modules?
36.
36. What are those modules? FI, CO, MM, SD.
Yes.
Right? Already we discussed those modules names, right? So,
Yes, sir.
so here HANA, till that SAP was dependent on third-party databases. Okay. And so they came up with HANA database in the year 2013. But all the modules are suitable. Is it suitable directly on HANA database? Will it store directly on HANA database in the sense? No. It took 2 years of time. It took 2 years of time. So first module out of 36 module, first module was migrated from third-party databases to HANA database was finance module. In the year, which year?
2015.
15. Okay, 2015. So this finance module is migrated, means finance module is migrated means whatever transactions, whatever data we can enter in finance module, that can be stored in HANA database. HANA database. Understood? Whatever data we used to store in finance, that used to store directly in HANA database. Understood? So
Yes, sir.
this finance module, we used to call it as a simple finance. Simple finance or simple finance and controlling. FICO module. Finance and controlling module. is migrated from third-party database to HANA database. So that we call it as a simple finance. And how many are still need to be migrated? How many modules? Here, 2 modules
Five.
will be migrated. How many are need to be migrated?
34.
34 modules. So we made them as a logistic, all 34 SD, okay, HR, right? PS, project systems, all those modules, we call it as in logistics modules. Module is comes under logistics module. SD module comes under logistics.
Okay.
All these comes, all 34 modules will considered as an logistics modules. Clear? So first one is migrated in the year 2015. Which one, which is migrated to third-party databases? Which module? Hello? Which module? FI?
And CO.
FI, CO. So we can call it as an FI, CO module.
Simple finance.
Okay. So we call it as in that module. Whenever it is now, we are not going to call it as an FICO. We are calling it as in S4 HANA. We call it as a simple finance. Understood? And your module is calling it as an logistics module. Okay. So here, what is nothing but here? We call this as an, all the modules we call it as an S4 HANA. S4 HANA. What do you mean by S? S stands for suite. Means whatever modules now coming after 2015. Okay, they are suite in which database? Which database?
HANA database.
HANA database, right? S4 stands for 4th generation or suite for F4 for. You can call it as in 4 stands for 4th generation because we saw R1, R2 and R3, correct? Now 4th generation is nothing but HANA generation. Suite for HANA. Okay, we call it as a suite for HANA. Means nothing but suite for 4th generation HANA. Understood? If someone is saying, I know HANA, then what does it mean? He is related, what he know? I am working on HANA. Then what does it mean?
FI and CO. Simple finance.
No.
Module.
What is HANA actually? What is HANA? What is HANA?
Abbreviation.
No, HANA is nothing but a database. Correct?
Yes.
What is HANA? HANA is a database. Right? So, who are we? We are functional consultants, correct? We are not technical consultant. So if someone is saying that I am working on HANA in the sense, what does it mean? He is a technical consultant who is taking care of database maintenance. Means system maintenance, server maintenance, and all those stuff. Those for technical consultants are taking those. Means if someone is saying, I know HANA, then what does it mean? He is purely related to functional or technical? Quick. Technical person. But if someone is saying, I know S4 HANA, if you say that now I know S4 HANA in the sense you know right? Now you are going to learn So you are considering it as you are going to learn a technical stuff or a functional stuff?
Functional stuff.
Functional means it is nothing but S4 HANA. If someone is learning functional modules like 36 modules, then they are considered it as an S4 HANA. I know S4 HANA, I know HANA. What is the difference? You are saying I know S4 HANA and I am saying I know HANA. Then what is the difference?
So S4 HANA people does not require technical knowledge.
Correct.
And they're working functional modules.
Correct. It could be it could be FICO, Simple Finance or SD or any other module, correct? So now what we are going to do, we are going to learn HANA or S4 HANA?
S4 HANA, we are going to.
Now you got the clarity between, if someone is saying outside that I am working on HANA, then what do you will think? He's a functional consultant?
No, Technical
Technical consultant. Means he's taking care of database, right? He's taking care of systems. He's creating user IDs and passwords and all those stuff. Clear?
Yes, sir.
So now, for example, if you, what is the issue in the sense, for example, to have a ECC server, we have, how many servers we have? S4 HANA server or HANA, S4 HANA. This is nothing but ECC server in the third party servers. Okay. To install SAP in ECC server. So what is the system requirement? Your computer requirement is ECC server in the sense you need to have minimum 8 GB hard disk. Sorry, minimum 8 GB of RAM. Okay. And minimum 512 GB or 500, whatever you call, 512 GB of hard disk. Understood? How much GB you need to have to install SAP server in your laptop or desktop? How much? What is the requirement? System requirement? You need to have 8 GB RAM. And how much GB hard disk you need to have?
512.
512 GB you need to have. Okay, you need to install. But now we need not to install SAP. We can take third-party servers. I'll tell you after this. But to install HANA server, we need to have minimum 256 to 512 GB RAM. Not hard disk, RAM capacity. Maximum we can have 32 GB RAM. But how much is it is asking HANA server?
255 to 512 GB
256,
RAM.
sorry, it's 250, not 55, 56. 512 GB. In India or in across the globe, US, we have system called 256 GB RAM system we have. But in India, we don't have this capacity systems. It would be minimum to minimum 15 to 20 lakh system if you want, you want to get this configuration. 10 TB hard disk. Right? Minimum 15 to 20 lakhs we need to have to buy this particular system. Understood? If you want to install HANA server in your system, you need to have a minimum 256 to 512 GB RAM and 10 TB of hard disk. 10 TB of hard disk drive. So in India, we don't have these systems. Right? So in market, they will provide server access. You need not to install in your system. Directly, we can take from third party people. They will give server. Only we need to install application. And application will take not much space. It will take 32 MB to 56 MB space. Is this clear? Right? So here SAP came up with 1511. What do you mean by 1511? 2015, first 2 digits are year and second 2 digits are month. Understood? As I said that S4 is nothing but suite for HANA database. First migrated one in the 2015 is FICO. That we call it as in simple finance. Understood? Right? And in the year 2016, 10, they have released one more version. SAP released one more version. And every year from there, every year from 2017 onwards, every September, here Apple company, you know, right? Apple company becomes one of the partner for SAP. And every year September, they are releasing one new version. New version in the sense, they will add one new feature or anything and they will release one version. Clear? So 1709, 1809, 1909, 2009, 2109, 2209, 2309. right? Every year they are releasing one version, like how Apple will release this product phones in every September. In the same way, SAP will also release one version like this. So current version is 2209 latest. 2309 yet to release in the market. Understood, everyone?
Yes, sir.
I know it's little thing because it's new for you people, but still it will take little time to understand the concept. But try to understand what is HANA, what is S4 HANA. Versions, you can leave it, not an issue.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Okay, then we'll call it for today and we'll continue tomorrow's session. If at all any questions, please let me know before we call it. Any questions as of now?
No, sir.
Okay. How
No,
about you,
sir.
Priyanka?
No, sir.
Thank you. See you in tomorrow's session. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.